Hi, welcome to GameStop. What can I get you? Can I sign you up for a Power Up Rewards card? Can I get you a gameplay guarantee on your video game? Guess what, idiots? I don't work at GameStop anymore. Let's get this on. Hi, welcome to GameStop. What can I get you? Can I offer you one of our Power Up Rewards cards? Can I offer you one of our gameplay guarantees? Maybe you're in fact looking for a system. Why don't I show you over to the system cabinet and see if you can pick anything out that you like? Maybe you're interested in our buy two, get one free Funko Pop deal. Maybe you need 3 Funko Pops. You'll definitely get one for free. And hey, if you sign up for a Power Up Rewards card today, you won't get any money saved on it because
oh no,
you. Guess what? I don't work at GameStop anymore. Don't do it. Don't work there anymore, which is surprise, honestly. 4 years of video games retail, 4 years of selling video games to children, and 4 years of watching the store I work at slowly turn into a hot topic. Really good, really good. Reason I left is pretty simple. I hated my job. I hated the environment I worked in, and I hated that my old manager left, and that kind of was the nail in the coffin for my GameStop career. I'll miss my coworkers, I'll miss my regular customers, and I will miss the discount and the ability to check out games because we could. What I won't miss is dealing with entitled P babies. No, Mario isn't on the Xbox. It's not. Sorry, it's also not on the PS4. Just stop. I won't miss having to be basically a babysitter because parents are too goddamn lazy to take their kids in the makeup store. So of course the best thing to do is drop them off the GameStop and let them deal with the digital babysitters that I call the video game kiosks. Why? Why can't you take care of your children? Why do you have to go into Walmart and be, all right, I have an 8-year-old, let me send him over to the GameStop? It's not okay. That's not okay. And it's not like I can really do anything unless I want to get yelled at. If I just, call the cops, then I'll get yelled at, and I don't want to deal with that. But if your kid gets abducted, then it's also not my problem. So please don't drop your kids off at GameStop. Just don't.
Oh no.
Do it. I won't miss the scalpers that I can't say no to because a sale is a sale. Even if they're just buying one of every item, a sale is a sale, or else they'll get mad at you and they'll call corporate on you. That's what you got to deal with. But, there's a lot of stuff I won't miss at GameStop. I do have some stories. I feel like everybody on YouTube, when they do a I just left GameStop video, the ones I've seen are a lot of, 20 minutes of me talking about corporate policies at GameStop. I don't care about that stuff. I really don't. You can go and check it out. You can find it somewhere else. It's boring, GameStop's a retail space. You already know what it's like to work in a retail space. Why does it suck compared to other retail spaces? One simple phrase here. It's super simple. Pretend you're a used car salesman, but you don't get commission. That's basically what it is. You're a used car salesman who makes slightly above minimum wage. Walmart employees will make more than you. Walmart employees will make more than you, and you get more responsibilities than they do. So that's basically what it's like working at GameStop. Let me tell you some GameStop stories here. One day, I had this couple walk in. It was an exceedingly boring day. It was very, 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 very slow, and I had nothing to do. And they walk in, and the first thing I notice is that they're both dirty, disheveled, regular old gamers. They smell like garbage fermented in cat pee. Gamers. And they set down a stack of Xbox 360 games, about 20 or 30 Xbox 360 games, and I start processing them. I start going through them, start opening them up. All right, that's okay. Disgusting, but all right, the disc is fine. A lot of them were in pretty good condition, surprisingly good condition for how dirty these people were. And then I get to a game, Transformers War for Cybertron on the Xbox 360. Transformers War for Cybertron, and I open it up, and it crunches. There's an audible crunch when I open up this video game. Video games aren't supposed to crunch. And I look inside the video game. And lo and behold, it's full of cockroaches. It's full of cockroaches. Dead cockroaches. I close it back up. And I'm a little bit shocked. I'm like, all right. And I hand it back to the dude. And it's hey, not going to be able to take that one, dude. Sorry, there's just, there's bugs in there. Dude, this whole time, this entire time I'm going through these games, is just saying,
yeah, I checked them all before I came in. Made sure that they were all good. Wanted to make sure the GameStop employees wouldn't have to do too much work.
And I'm like, all right, here's the thing. I don't give a shit if you checked your video games. Don't care. I don't care if you checked them. I already have to check them again. It doesn't matter that you checked them. This one's filled with roaches, so you obviously didn't check them. Shut up. So I handed back that game, and I get on to the next game, and the next game, and the next game, and then there's another Transformers game. And at this point, I already know what's going to happen when I open up this game. Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Oh, man. Very excited to open this up. Crunch. Oh, boy. More dead roaches. How do you fill an entire video game case with dead cockroaches? How do you do it? I don't know. It's just a thing that happened, I guess. And, ended up giving them cash for the rest of the games that weren't filled with roaches, and they walked out. At one point, though, the lady, when I was frightened at first, I forgot to mention this, she looks at me with her, meth-glazed stare, and she says, "You afraid of a couple bugs?" Excuse me, I'm not afraid of cockroaches. I'm afraid of the prospect of a cockroach infestation. I grew up a little bit white trash, so you gotta understand, I grew up poor. So I know what it's like to have an apartment infested with cockroaches, and I don't want to bring that home with me, and I don't want to have that at my workplace either. So please excuse me if I get a little bit upset dealing with cockroaches. I don't want them. I don't want to take them home. They're not pets. They're monsters. They're an invasive species. The moral of this story is, please check your video games before you bring them to GameStop. Don't lie about it. We're still going to check them through anyway. It doesn't matter. Just don't cockroaches. That's moral of the story is don't cockroaches. This next story is just old people. Old people, you're so cute and you don't know anything about video games and you want to pretend that you know everything, but you don't. And sometimes retail employees are being honest with you. We're not all lying sacks of shit. I'm just trying to do my job. An older gentleman walked into my store. With a piece of paper and handed it to me. This is not uncommon during the holidays. Usually people bring in pieces of paper with pictures of the video games they need or a list, and we go through them, get them what they need, and send them on their merry way. This man had a picture of Mario Kart 8 on the piece of paper. Not only was it Mario Kart 8, though, it was a copy of Mario Kart 8 with a... It was a copy of Mario Kart 8 for the PS4, and right when I opened it up, I giggled a little bit. I snorted a little bit, and I said, "Hey man, sorry, they don't make Mario games on the PlayStation or the Xbox. I apologize. This doesn't exist." He gets right in the face. He says, "Are you telling me my daughter's lying to me?" I'm like, "No, dude, this doesn't exist. It's not real. Are you telling me my daughter doesn't know that much about video games? I'll tell you, my daughter knows everything about video games. I'm telling you, you're wrong, GameStop guy." I'm like, "Sorry, man. If you want to go and try to look for it online, it doesn't exist. I can offer you some games that might be similar on this system for you. I'll offer you some alternatives." No, you know what? I think you're wrong, GameStop guy. I think everybody who works at GameStop is a sack of shit. I think you're a sack of shit too. Okay? And when someone's rude to me, and I'm working in a retail setting, there's this automatic switch off for me where I turn off every part of me that wants to care and help them. It's gone. I'm a robot now. Okay. And I just stood there, not paying attention to a thing he said. I think he went off on me for about a minute and a half before he finally left in a huff because he knew I wasn't paying attention to him. Great technique to learn, though. That's one thing that I got from retail that I really like. Just the ability to go into autopilot. It's amazing. It works wonders for you. Plus my confidence. Hey, I have a shred of that after working in retail. It's okay. This last story that I've got for you today, this last GameStop story that will end this video, and I won't have to talk about GameStop ever again in my entire damn life, is more of a string of incidents with one regular customer. At the GameStop I worked at, there was one older gentleman who had Parkinson's and maybe some mental disabilities, and he had a carer that was constantly in with him, and I always felt really bad for him. We always kind of felt really bad for him, so we generally indulged him in his weird requests and his kind of constant need for attention. He would call every 2 weeks at least once, and he would come into the store at least twice a month. He called to talk about Nintendo figures. He wanted us to constantly call Nintendo for him because Nintendo blocked his number and he wasn't allowed to call them directly anymore. So he asked us, Midwestern GameStop employees, to call Nintendo for him so that he could get Arceus plushies to our store. Now this man, he also liked to tell us that his father was an investment banker, and one of the big things he liked to say was that his dad told him that Sony owns Nintendo, and he's about 60. So I'm wondering how old his dad is, and I'm wondering if his dad is, and I hate to say this, real at this point. And his dad told him, according to him, of course, that Sony owns Nintendo because back in the day when PlayStation 3s were sold for $600, they took all that money from all the people buying the PS3s and bought Nintendo with the money from the $600 PS3s. And at this point, I'm trying to say, no, that's not true. Sony does not own Nintendo. Nintendo is a privately owned company. Nintendo owns itself. They have separate stocks. And he's just, nope, not taking my word for it. One of the big things I realized early on working with him, this is one of the earlier incidents, is just shut up and let him talk. There are people in this world that you just have to shut up and let them talk and indulge them, otherwise they get mad at you. And it's a lot easier to just shut up and let them say whatever the heck they want, and then later be like, okay, that's stupid. Because if you try to correct someone who undeniably believes 100% of the time that no matter what, they are right, they will just want to fight you. And there is no winning in that fight. It is a fight of emotions. Video game arguments are one of those things too. You can't win video game arguments. There's just no way. You don't win them. You lose them. Anyway, if you wish to work at GameStop, my advice is don't. But if you want a second job and something that'll definitely give you some experience, help you build a little bit of confidence, it does help. Just remember that you are going to be a rat. You are a weasel. You are a rat. When you work at GameStop, you are no longer human. You are a cardboard cutout of a man. You stand there like this. Every time a customer comes in, you lift up your hand. You do this, and you say, hello, welcome to GameStop. How may I assist you today? And you know what that person's going to say? Yeah, I'm just looking, man. Thank you for watching. Please check out my other videos. They're also things. And hey, if you want to watch a video similar to this, click in the top right-hand corner. If you want to subscribe, that's also an option. You can do that in the top left-hand corner. Also, I have a Patreon, and that's in the bottom right-hand corner. That's it's an option that helps me out. It makes me feel better about myself. And also, I get money for doing the garbage that I do. Also, there's shirts and stuff in the description below if you want to check that out. I've got a new one on there. Otherwise, how do YouTubers end videos? Bye.